Discover the thrill of outdoor living with Coleman, Montana camping. Dive into nature with high-quality tents, cozy sleeping bags, and reliable gear. Embrace adventure, comfort, and lasting memories under the big Montana sky. There are many products available to choose Coleman, Montana camping, each with different characteristics. To help you make a perfect decision, I did deep research, read tons of reviews, and compiled a list of the best Coleman, Montana camping from reputable brands. After much study, I discovered these products are a lot helpful for people like you. If you want to know about the price and other information, be sure to check my description. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Coleman Sundome 2-Person Tent. If you're on a strict budget, I'd recommend the Coleman Sundome 2-Person Tent. It is easily the least expensive of all my Coleman tents, and I personally paid less than $50 for mine a couple of years back. In fact, I believe you can still get that kind of pricing nowadays, and you can easily check out the prices on Amazon here. I also love how the Sundome Tent 2 takes me just 5 minutes to set up, and just another 5 minutes to take down and pack away. It's a very simple and intuitive setup, and you can't go wrong with it. This is a picture of me guying out the Coleman Sundome 2-Person Tent. This is a picture of me guying out the Coleman Sundome 2-Person Tent. I also really liked that the base area was big enough that it could fit a queen-sized mattress. It's always nice to have that kind of versatility. And on top of that, this Sundome Tent 2 is easily the most compact and lightest Coleman tent that I have. This is my Etexity upgraded camping mattress inside my Coleman 2-Person Sundome tent. Number 2. Coleman Red Canyon 8-Person Tent. If you're looking for a great family camping tent, and the Weathermaster 10 is out of your budget, I'd recommend this Coleman Red Canyon 8-Person Tent instead. I found it to be great value for money, and I paid about half the price for this Red Canyon 8 than I did for my Weathermaster 10. Despite the much lower pricing, it's so big that I could fit 8 pads, with quite a bit of leftover space inside for gear. In fact, I calculated the base area to be just very slightly smaller than the Weathermaster 10. On top of that, the Red Canyon 8 is quite feature-rich, and it comes with 1 gear loft, not 1, but 2 room dividers, and even a clothesline. Sadly, unlike the Weathermaster 10, there's no e-porter hinge door, and there's only 1 door, while the Weathermaster 10 has 2 doors. Also, the Red Canyon 8 comes with these thin rainfly fiberglass poles, so I highly recommend bringing along repair pole splints, just in case. Number 3. Coleman Instant Cabin 10-Person Darkroom Tent. While my Weathermaster 10 edged out this Instant Cabin 10-Person tent just a little bit, this tent has, nevertheless, plenty of pros and features as well. There are actually 4 ways that this Instant Cabin 10 blows the Weathermaster 10 out of the water. First and foremost, which is easily my favorite feature, this blackout feature keeps the Instant Cabin 10 not only a lot darker inside the tent during the day, but also a lot cooler in temperature. Second, it has a jaw-dropping amount of hot day ventilation, with a whopping 7 windows, so there's humongous mesh panels on every wall, not to mention the ceiling mesh as well. However, the rainfly of the Instant Cabin 10 is smaller than the Weathermaster 10's, and there's minimal ventilation in the Instant Cabin 10 when it's raining. It is all the windows need to be closed. Number 4. Coleman 4-Person Instant Cabin Tent. Thanks to the pre-attached poles and pre-attached pole clips of the Coleman 4-Person Instant Tent, the setup is super quick, taking me just 4.5 minutes. And this includes staking and guying out the entire tent. The takedown was very easy. As well, I also liked that the almost vertical side walls and cabin shape of the Instant Tent 4 gave me lots of livable space to not only stand up, stretch my arms out, but lounge around as well. The materials used in the Instant Tent 4 are also better than your average Coleman tent, complete with not just alloy steel poles, but with double thick 150D polyester taffeta as well, at least twice as thick as traditional Coleman tents, with 68D to 75D polyester fabric. The windows in this Instant Tent 4 are also pretty massive, making for good ventilation, especially on hot summer days. Number 5. Coleman Montana 8-Person Tent. For my best budget large family tent, I was deciding between the Red Canyon 8 and this Montana 8 tent. However, I felt that the Red Canyon 8 was a better pick, because it has a base area that's 37 square feet bigger than my Montana 8, and it also has better hot day ventilation and rainy day ventilation than my Montana 8. For my best budget large family tent, I was deciding between the Red Canyon 8 and this Montana 8 tent. However, I felt that the Red Canyon 8 was a better pick, because it has a base area that's 37 square feet bigger than my Montana 8, and it also has better hot day ventilation and rainy day ventilation than my Montana 8. Ventilation in the Montana 8 is especially lacking in heavy rain, as all the windows need to be closed, and there are no vents in this tent. The Montana 8 also has the longest setup time of all my Coleman tents, coming in at a whopping 22 minutes for a single person setup. That's all from my end. I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe to my channel. If you want greater information or in case you need to realize product price, do check out my description. For any type of hassle, please comment below. Stay updated with our cool products, as it will make your life much easier.